welcome to Survive the Unexpected with your host Frank Pacino and my partner in crime Amanda Bryant. And today we're talking about Survivor 41, Episode 3. It was definitely an improvement, I believe, in the second episode. How'd you feel about it?
I liked it. It's a pretty full episode. We got a lot of content between different people, a good feel of different tribes, and good comp, good tribal.
Yeah,
All the boxes.
yeah. I am worried a little bit of so many advantages coming in. We're getting almost to an episode, and that's a lot. I really hope that doesn't continue and we slow down on advantages just a
I
little
don't
bit.
think it feels that bad because to me, like like steal votes and like extra votes, like they're advantages, but they're just kind of like they're like mid tier advantages. You know what I mean? So I don't mind there being a little bit of a flood of them. I would rather have a flood of them than idols. Like I'm so glad there's not a single idol in the game right now. I don't know. I just to
Oh,
me like
I
it should be hard to get an idol. It should be difficult. Like remember when Yule had to swim to like 6 islands to get one idol, or maybe like a clue to an idol or something. Like it should be difficult. That's the way it should be, and I'm glad they're not. They're not taking an idol and like hiding it underneath their campsite. You know what I mean? Like I know the beware advantages were in the plain clear, but those are beware advantages. The
oh,
risk itself is opening it or not finding it or not.
oh boy, and did they make it obvious to find these beware advantages?
Oh, super!
They
Like literally in their campfire where everybody
yeah,
sits around.
they wanted
They
them to
said it.
they
Like
needed to be
multiple
found.
Survivor people have said it.
Yeah.
Like all they do is sit there and stare at the fire. Like they have all this ample free time. They don't do anything else.
Hmm. Yeah, I thought it was it was like right smack in the face. It's like, come on, it didn't need to be that easy to find these.
No.
Oh,
But it is
Tiffany
a
found it
beware
right in the
advantage too.
fire.
At the same time, they can always not open it, and I think
I mean,
like
come on, who's not gonna open it? You're not gonna find something and be like, am I not gonna open it? I'm gonna open it. I'm playing Survivor. I'm gonna open it. I'm gonna open it. Like who's not
I don't
gonna
know.
open it?
I like that Survivor's making things a little bit more difficult. I just think that's the way it should be. Like
I don't
like
I don't know if it's
you're
making
gonna
it
lose
more.
your vote the whole game, if you don't do this. Like I like that. Like I like that it puts them on the spot and makes them make decisions.
I guess I don't know. We'll see. I'm a little lukewarm on those losing the votes
Be more
constantly.
optimistic, Frank. Be more
I
optimistic and
I
open.
I am optimistic. I'm just gonna see a merge where there's like 10 steal votes or some extra votes, and it's just like, oh my god, that's way too many. Uh, so we get Tiffany finds the beware advantage first and the campfire, and the other two ladies see her, and she's like, oh, just to be clear, I would not have told these girls if they didn't see me get it. It's like more reason why Aviv should have got rid of her last episode, and
Literally.
and it's like, and then Leanne was like,
We know that she would. There's no way she'd keep that to herself. She would want to get in with them, and she would tell them. I know she would.
I mean, she
She
was
would
already
not
in with
keep it
them.
to herself.
They
Yeah,
were
she would
they already
not keep
chose
it to
her. So
herself.
I mean, I
Well,
wouldn't
she's
have
gonna
told
tell her
anybody.
alliance members. You know what I mean? Like that's just I can just tell that's the type of player she is. There's no way she's keeping a secret like that.
I don't know. I'm keeping it myself. For just not gonna say anything. Um, because it seems like you can't tell anybody about these advantages because when you do, people want to vote you out this season. Everybody wants to get rid of
That's what
you.
JD said. He's like, I don't tell people about my advantages. That's like you're not supposed to in Survivor. Like you're not supposed to tell people about your
Right,
advantages. It gets you sent home. Like,
right.
and he almost got sent home.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I because let's see, it put a target on Brad's back. It put a target on Xander's back. So it's just putting targets on the people's back. So just keep it to yourself.
Yes,
People, please just keep it to yourself. It's
please.
just putting a target on your back, and it's not helping you whatsoever. Um, and Leanne's mad about it. She's crying. She's like, "It could have been my $1 million mistake. Ain't that serious, girl? Calm down." Like it,
They made that the episode title.
yeah. Calm down. We see Sydney throwing Nazir
And
under the bus.
Adam happening though too. Maybe Liana makes it far and fucking loses.
Yeah, I mean the steel vote's not going to come into play for her. I don't think. Uh, but yeah, we get to Sydney throwing Nasir under the bus to everybody at camp, but Nasir. And Nasir's like, man, I
Well,
shouldn't trust her.
I don't like Sydney. Do you?
No, not me.
No, I do not like Sydney at all. I think she's awful.
I think her
She's a
optimal
bad
move would be.
person.
I think her optimal move would be to go with Nasir and Heather, and then go with them instead
We
of
don't
going
get a
with
lot of that
Danny.
vibe, and I know it's because they're winning and they haven't had any adversity yet. But there's like, I barely like we haven't got literally zero coverage of Heather. Zero.
Yeah, she is. Has she even got a confessional?
Maybe like one confessional. Yeah,
Maybe.
we don't know who she is. Same
Yeah.
with Aaron or Erica. See?
Erica, yeah. I think she's gotten one maybe as well. They are not getting any time over there. It's just those four. And those two ladies, they're definitely going to be not important to the season because
like 10th out, 11th out. You know what I mean? Something
yeah,
like that.
They're going to be early merge boots because they're practically guaranteed merge at this point. That tribe is not going to tribal.
Fantasy.
I knew that tribe. I told you before we talked about the preseason that tribe was going to probably win a lot of challenges.
Oh, yeah, rocket. They have.
Yeah.
They've rocked it.
Unless the only way I see them going to tribal is if they do another double, which I don't know if they're going to do. So,
we don't know.
But Nasir does see that Sydney is throwing him under the bus. He just needs to. He's in a bad position on this tribe. I think he'll be in a much better position on a different tribe.
Yeah.
If they make a merge or swap, which I don't think there's going to be a swap either. So if they can make merge, I think he'd be all right.
Same tribe together. I would fucking love that.
JD and Evie?
Yes. Oh, can you imagine them interacting together? That'd be so great.
No, they won't. They won't interact because she won't align with him.
Oh no, he's a man.
She's made that clear. But yeah, Sydney finds the Beware Advantage just under a log at camp, and she tries to be slick, but I mean, she just goes up and grabs it, bends over and grabs it, and she reads it, and she's like, "Damn it!" She hates it. She immediately was like, "I don't even want this." She's like, "I don't want to risk my vote. I don't want to lose my vote."
No.
And they haven't gone to tribal yet, to be fair. So she's.
No, they haven't.
It's easy to feel really worried until you get your first tribal, until you get your feet wet, until you know your placement on the tribe and your allies. Is your allies really true to you and your alliance? You don't really know until you get the tribal and you see it full go out. So I understand her frustrations there.
Her in the episode, like she's getting really frustrated at camp.
Mm-hmm.
Starting to get the social part of it is starting to get to her.
So Brad was all over the screen this episode.
Dude, I loved him.
He was really good. He was definitely trying his heart out for sure. Yeah. He found the Beware Advantage first, and it took him forever. It felt like it was like a minute of him just like really kicking his foot around the camp. I was like, is this man not gonna find it? I thought that was gonna happen. He just opens it right at camp. Doesn't take off or anything, just opens right at camp.
Well, he knew they were all at the beach. He knew they were safe. He was safe to open and read it. We've seen people open up bandages at camp before.
I don't know. I just felt like I would go and pee or something and read it in a safer confine. But he reads it and he's super stoked about it. And then it shows the Green Tribe all trying to find the idol. Legit. There's a montage of every single one of them find it. And Cheyenne was like was holding them in.
Exactly here.
Put right here. And Brad's like, I feel bad because, like 30 minutes earlier before that, me and Jeannie found the idol, and it cuts to a frame of them.
I love that. Do you like that?
Yeah, I like that. I like the little flashback. I've done it a couple times before in the past. I do enjoy that. Yeah, I do too. And you see that they really have a bond, both of them. But this is like the first time we see it on screen. Like we already had, hints at it. We each had everybody had a feeling, but like we didn't. That was the first time we seen like oh, this is my number one, yada yada yada. And so they start talking about it, and uh, they talk about the idol, and they realize that Xander's already said one of the clues to the idol, and so that was cool. And they flash back to that as well, and it was interesting that they picked up on it. What do you think of about the phrases they have to say?
I mean, the phrases are a little crazy. I think Survivor should have made the phrases a little bit simpler. I think they went too kooky with it, but I like the idea of them. I like the idea of the secret phrases with the idol and trying to get the other person to find out. But I think Survivor dropped the ball on just by making them too weird. I think that they should have made them a little bit more simple. Like, oh gosh, I was exhausted getting fired today, and like knowing
Hmm.
something like saying something so simple like that, nobody would pick it up. But you hearing that exact phrase still would still get the job done and the person would know what they're talking about. I think they should have made it simpler. I don't know why they, I mean, I guess, but their way of making it kooky is like other people can find out, but I don't like that.
Yeah, I
I don't like
agree as
it.
well. I think it's too outlandish. It's so out there. Like, make it just a little bit more simpler,
Yeah,
so that
dial it down
way,
just a little bit. How
yeah,
about the word broccoli? That's weird.
yeah,
That's weird to say anyway right now. You know what I
yeah.
mean? So like,
Someone could be like,
oh
I'm
gosh,
craving
I
some
hope you
broccoli right
pick
now.
one thing that I would just pick some chicken and broccoli.
Yeah.
Just like said broccoli. Like that's exactly what I would do.
Right, something a little bit, just a little bit simpler.
Simple.
I do like the, like I said, I agree with you. I do like the phrases. The
Mhm.
penalty to me is a little hard because it's not one person, it's three people you have, like, has to find this advantage and then has to do the phrase addict challenge. It's just, it's a lot. And Xander's been without a vote for what, 2 rounds now?
Yeah.
So I don't know. Like, he could be in trouble. Like, what if he goes to merge and nobody finds the other idol? And what happens to Brad's clue now? Does it go to Genie?
I have
Does
no
it go to
idea what
somebody else?
happens.
So, like, does it screw over Xander?
I
It's
guess
like all
it
these
goes back. I guess it
questions.
just goes back in the pool for someone to find again, and hopefully so they can find it. So I don't know. I don't know how, or maybe Xander's idol will reset or something. I have no idea.
Yeah. So
I have no
I'm
idea.
I'm really confused by that. I need more information. Until then, it's like,
I feel like they'll explain it next round.
hopefully, I
Yeah.
sure hope so. Um,
Yeah. How about
but
the challenge? You like the challenge?
I thought the challenge was fine.
I like it. I don't think we've
Yeah.
had a challenge this challenge before, correct?
Not
Sand
no,
bags? I don't think I've ever seen one with the
no. I think
sandbags
this is the
before.
first time we've
Let's
seen
do
this.
it.
Yeah. Basically, they had to swim to a platform and then use like a little rope course to get across. Then jump into the water. The next person goes. When everybody got to the beach, they had to run to a circle, dig up a bag, and had these sandbags and had to like stack them on these little
Like threw them up,
platforms.
almost like remember when we were kids and you would take like people take their shoes and try to get them stuck, like I mean, like on phone lines and shit. That's what it reminded me of. It was like you throw it up trying to get it land perfectly right,
Mhm.
just to land perfectly on that platform. Hmm.
Yeah, so it was it was looking like I for sure thought I for sure thought the Yellow Tribe was gonna lose. I for sure, 100% thought they were gonna lose. I
Can
thought
you
there
imagine? Oh,
were
that would be
after
so terrible. Getting
after
locked in the
last
hole.
cycle, I was like, "There's no way they're winning this challenge." And then Tiffany had to go across that rope course. I'm like, "There's no way," and she made it across that rope course, not super fast, but it wasn't super slow either.
No, and she didn't fall.
She didn't fall either. I was like, oh, when she was about to fall, I was like, oh no, there she goes.
She would have got voted out. I think she would have got voted out if she would have done
Yeah.
what's tribal. I think pretty sure she probably would have
Hmm.
got voted out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe I don't know. She's easy to keep in too.
I don't think so. I think they're fully committed to the women thing. I think it should be locked safe, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Um, but at first it was a blowout for them. They came back and won. Uh, I did like the little moment with Brad and Xander were the last two on the platform, and they had a little conversation about the idol, which is kind of cool too. We got to see
Yeah.
that. Um,
I like that
and
too.
Brad got close to catching up for the Green Tribe, but didn't quite get there. And Blues just dominating.
You see Jeannie kick that bench whenever they lost. She was so
Oh,
mad. She was
yeah.
so mad. She didn't even blame it. She was so mad. And
Mm-hmm.
they get back to camp and it just JD is scared.
Well,
I was in a camp with an advantage, hanging out of their pants. Like, especially when
uh,
you're not even wearing a shirt. Was he even wearing a shirt?
no.
What
So
the fuck?
Brad was like telling everybody, like, "Hey, let's just vote JD out, and he'll do nothing to do." And then Jay's like, "I'm gonna go get some water. Anybody need some water?" And Cheyenne's like, "Yeah, will you get me some?" And he's like, "Yeah, sure, not a problem." He walks up, shirt off, and it's just hanging out. And
Hanging
he
out
and
of his pants.
her and Ricardo were like, "Yo, what's that?"
He was like, "Oh man, you caught me." Like, what? Like, are you stupid? Listen, for someone who idolizes Ozzy and Malcolm, like he said, and he's a huge Survivor fan, has been looking this his whole life. Who walks into camp with their advantage showing? If you're a huge super fan, nobody does that.
I mean,
Does that?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Like I'm wearing some briefs, and I'm putting everything in my briefs. Everything's going in my
I'm
briefs.
gonna go old fashioned Survivor style. I'm sticking that shit in my buff, in the back of my head, where I can feel it up against my head the whole fucking time. It's gotta be
No,
on my
it's
body.
gonna be right. It's gonna be right in my area, protected, and I'll feel it at all costs. No one's gonna see it. No one's gonna see it. So what if there's sweat on it? It don't matter. Still use the same. And you know what? If someone's making me
That's
mad,
like
like, here,
this
hold
island
on to this for me, and
on
like
it.
flash in their face or something.
Yeah,
No,
it's
but
hard for
yeah,
that.
they get caught, and now Ricard and her are discussing, should we vote out JD or should we do Brad? And to me, I was Brad told Shannon about the steal a vote and the Ida clue. We forgot to mention that early in the episode. And she's like, "Man, he must really trust me. You only tell your number one these things." Exactly. That's exactly what happens.
That's
Uh,
exactly. Yep.
yeah. So
I can't believe she weaseled that out of him. She
she
weaseled
didn't
that
even have to
advantage
do
out of
weasel it out of him. He just
but she
told
kind
her.
of did. I mean, not. I mean, yeah, she didn't, but she did in a way. You know what I mean? She wasn't budging on her emotions. She was like, "Oh, it's okay. I understand." She was like, "Nah, what you did was fucked up." And he was like,
No,
"Oh my
you're
god,
talking
I'm
about
so
JD. I was
sorry."
talking about Brad.
Oh, my bad. I'm talking about JD. That was my bad.
Yeah. I can't believe it. Yeah, she made JD feel like shit and threatened him pretty much, and he handed the advantage over to her. It's like, here, let me hold on to this. I'm like, oh my god. It like look at me right now. If somebody gave me their advantage, I would do everything in my power to vote them out.
Well,
I'm
yeah, you
sorry.
scare them, of
Yeah,
course.
I'm
Of
voting them
course
out.
you would. Oh,
And
so good.
I
JD
would have.
admits you are a super fan. Why are you giving people your advantages? He is. Listen, Brad described him perfectly. He overshoots and underperforms. Like,
Yeah.
we want to love you, JD. We want to love you so much. You're a huge super fan. You're great personality. Stop making dumb decisions. You're making it
Yeah.
hard to root for you.
Yeah, I agree. I was just watching it. I'm like, oh my god, that's so terrible. Why would you do
People
that?
haven't done that since season 16. Look what happened to Eric, who gave his advantage away. You want that to happen to you, JD?
I would have definitely voted him out if I was
Oh,
her.
for sure.
She would
I
have
thought he
been.
was going tonight. I thought he
Oh,
was going. I
that
thought
would
they
have been
put
my
that
vote.
whole scene up with Shan getting his advantage before him from him, so they could see her use it. You know, her vote him out.
Oh,
I was
I
wrong.
would, because guess what? Brad has these two advantages you know about, and he told you about it. He willingly
Yeah.
stepped aside and said, "Hey, I have these things. I am telling you because I trust you." So on a small tribe like this, you haven't swapped yet. And
Right.
you know who's going to be a big target? The big
Yeah.
6 foot whatever Brad.
Absolutely.
He's going to be voted out before you.
I thought it was stupid for them to vote him out though, because as they showed earlier in the episode, he does everything in camp. They're gonna have a hard time at camp without their Flint, without Brad.
Right. So we didn't get a lot
Lost
from
their
the.
Flint for losing the challenge. We gotta remember that. That's
Yeah,
also part of the season.
that would be rough.
That'd be rough. It'd be so rough. Not have fire every night.
Hmm.
It
Yeah, this
rains.
we didn't get much from the Yellow Tribe. This I don't even think we, besides the We forgot the summit. We forgot the little summit, the boat trip.
Oh
We
yeah,
forgot
the
to try
summit with Tiffany, Sydney, and
Brad.
JD or
No,
Brad.
Brad.
Yes.
So we get to it. It's at night. Brad makes this dummy on the beach so that way nobody knows he was gone. And they get there and it says you can either choose a tarp or a steel vote. If you choose a tarp, if you all three chose tarp, everybody gets a tarp. If two people choose a steel vote, they get the steel vote, and the person does not get the tarp. If they all choose steel vote, they lose their vote. So, how do you think Brad and Tiffany handled this with Sydney?
Um, I mean, I think it's weird to sit there and all agree on doing something because you're all against each other on a tribe. Unless one of you is in a bad spot, I don't see why you wouldn't just say, "I'll take the tart." But that's just me. Like I would be like, listen, do any of you feel in trouble? If none of you feel in trouble, then there's no point in us getting the steel vote. Let's all get a tarp and make everything better for everybody. That's just me. That's what I would say. But
Yeah.
what happens if two say tarp and one person says steel vote?
I think it was like they get the tarp and the person is a steel vote. I think I could be wrong though. I can't remember exactly, but yeah, I Tiffany came about it the wrong way for sure. She
Yeah, oh,
came
yeah.
aggressive towards Sydney. Sydney's like, whoa, 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 whoa. I ain't the one. And they both each have confessionals like, yeah, Tiffany's not it. Sydney's not
Sydney
it.
did the
So
right way. Sydney was like, I think we should just not. You know what
yeah.
I mean? No blood, no foul.
If I was Brad, I'd be like, I'm with you, Sydney. I'm gonna choose a tarp too. And then I'd choose a steel vote.
You can't see the bitch will merge.
Right. And then be like, I can't believe
that she went.
and then if you get to merge and be like, dang, Sydney, I can't believe Tiffany chose that steel vote.
Oh my god.
I know I have but I'm like sitting there think if I'm in that situation,
Oh, you're cutting out, Frank.
I'm a tribe person. 100%.
100%. Oh god.
What? I would wrote down to like steal a vote 100%. For sure. Would have took that steel vote.
This bitch is crazy.
I know Tiffany is something else. She is super aggressive.
She is. She's very aggressive. Very aggressive. I think she's frustrated because she's not doing well in challenges.
I mean, yeah. I mean, she's just not going to.
No.
She's just gonna sit there to the end, and she's gonna be on a stream for a long time. She's not going anywhere anytime soon. Yeah, I don't see her going anywhere anytime soon.
I don't know. Eugene ain't going anywhere anytime soon either.
I don't know. Like, I don't know. That tribe's a mess.
It is a mess. You got Jeannie. You have Jeannie, Shan, JD, Tiffany, Shan, JD,
and Ricard.
Ricard.
That's it. Because Brad's gone now.
Okay.
It's 4-4-6.
Yep.
So yeah, there's 14 people left. That's why I don't think they're swapping. If they don't swap next episode, they're not gonna swap. He's my winner pick, man. Get off my winner pick. I mean, I got the big. I got Big Brother winner pick right. I'd like to get a Survivor too.
I should have got the U of Buff. We both picked our winner pick from the Green Tribe.
Who'd you pick?
I picked the Lubu one. That's coming in the mail.
No. Who'd you pick as a winner pick? JD. Shan. Oh, that's right. Shan was
my number one pick.
Yeah, card was mine at 6 because I'm a genius.
Over who picked after me?
I think Michael.
Who does he have left?
Michael.
He's got one player left. Who is it? I forget.
I can't remember.
I can't remember either. Look, here, I'm gonna look real quick. Go ahead.
I know mine. I have I lost Valchua last round. I have Jeannie and Ricard.
My fucking messages are going off.
Yeah,
I'll get back to you.
we should definitely. I should definitely pick people from that blue tribe, man. They are not losing.
Yeah, I know. They're not losing at all. They're doing exactly what we thought.
Yeah,
Fantasy
I
draft.
thought there were gonna be a little bit of a swap though, but it looks like we're not gonna swap at all.
Who did I pick Shan over? Oh, I picked Shan over Evie because Tony picked after me.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah,
not a big loss, in my
no,
opinion.
no.
I didn't like her last episode. I didn't like the way she handled things last episode. I like she was in a really good spot and she let herself be in a bad spot, a
Um,
worse spot, I should say.
Michael's just got JD left. The poor guy.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah, and you have. Or you lost Bose, didn't you? Or
Mm-hmm.
Roche?
Roche, yeah.
Yeah.
And he did nothing wrong. He just got voted out because of some unluckiness.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so if you could change one thing about the season so far, what would you change?
That's a good question. Um, if I were to change anything about this season, I know I've said something as stupid so far. Honestly, I don't care for Jeff's commentary before tribals and
Yeah,
stuff.
they're
Like him talking.
weird.
I don't like that. Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
it's almost like he tries too hard. You know what I mean? It's like Jeff. You've been doing this shit for 20 years. We know you're tired, bro. Like we
I,
we know you're not this
I,
excited.
f-
Like
I feel like Jeff is trying to make himself a bigger brand and not
yeah,
within the.
that's exactly what it is. It's
Yeah.
exactly what it is.
It's like, chill,
I don't know.
bro.
It just feels weird, doesn't it?
Yeah. Me personally, I would. This, like, why can't we get 90-minute episodes? Like, especially with Three Tribes, we didn't get nothing from the Yellow Tribe this round. And this episode. And it was just like, we missed out on that because of the time frame.
I think 8 o'clock is a huge time frame for networks. So I'm wondering if going from 7 to 8:30 is an issue because that 8 o'clock time slot is so
Well, I mean,
valuable.
it is 8 o'clock for me.
Oh yeah, sorry, I'm Central Time. So
Yeah.
like, is your nine? Does it seem like your 9 o'clock slot is really popular with like premieres and like first time episodes and like those slots are popular usually, not for
So
you.
what I watch on Wednesday nights is the Challenge, Big Brother, Survivor, and AEW. Other than that, I don't watch anything.
AEW?
It's a wrestling show.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know shit about that.
So I think, I don't know. Me personally think 90 minutes would have been fine. I felt like the very first episode, the premiere, was so fleshed out. It felt so good and refreshing that I would like them to stick to something like that, some kind of format.
I think they could afford it too. I really do. And I mean, like I said, it might be a time slot issue, but I don't think it's a budget issue.
No,
It doesn't seem like it's a budget issue, at least.
no, they're Survivor. They'll be fine.
Yeah.
The tribal was kind of stale though. This episode,
Well, yeah.
it kind of was like, I don't know. There was no excitement about it, and Brad did get blindsided though.
He
Has
did.
every round have it?
Erica got blindsided. No one expected him to go.
I did.
You did. But
He had too much screen time.
most of the group chats I was in did not expect Brad to go.
I knew as soon as you see all that screen time.
Screen time.
Yeah, I mean, usually, okay. Survivor likes to do this thing. You watch that edit. If you start the episode, there's a good. If you start within the first 5 minutes, have a confessional. It's not usually good. Usually, there's a
Well, they
point of
start
you
the
going home.
episodes now with confessionals. Haven't you noticed that?
Yeah,
They start the
and,
episodes now with a confessional.
and guess who was number 1 or 2? It was
Number
Tiffany.
one was Shan, or was Liana. Number one was Liana because she was
Yeah,
talking about
Leanna, Tiffany, and then it was Brad.
Yep. Liana,
So
but still, Liana and Tiffany were the first two, and we didn't get hardly anything from the Yellow Tribe this episode.
that was all we got. That's all we got.
Yeah.
As soon as Brad started getting all his storyline,
Opening with Liana, I feel like Liana's a sleeper character. I feel like she doesn't really have like a whole lot of screen time, but she does have a little bit of screen time, from being over there. It was an interesting choice to open with her.
yeah, I felt like she's being a little emotional for no reason though. Like she's in a good spot. I don't know why she's worried about
Well, she's lost. I mean, she's lost 2 challenges. She just won. They just won their first, but I
Yeah.
mean that was before they won. So
Yeah. I mean, to be fair though, if you want to win challenges, get rid of your weakest player. I'm just saying. Just saying. uh but yeah, it was fine. I do like I think every episode everyone's been it's been a blindside. And it's
almost every
and it,
episode.
yeah, cuz
Sarah really wasn't.
Voce didn't see it coming.
No.
So it's so refreshing because Big Brother 23 nobody got blindsided. And now that was frustrating because it's like, oh, like I don't need
You
everyone
like
to
to
be
see
a
that
blind
surprise
side.
on their face or the surprise to see their name revealed. It's fun.
Right. I want to see a blind side every once in a while. Just every once in a while at least. And I just so it was just it's just nice to see. And Brad was so blindsided. He's like, whoa, I didn't even see that coming. You guys got me. And all this stuff. And I was just like, ooh.
And I mean, he has so many advantages. I can't believe all the advantages he found. He's all the time, not really time looking for it, but I mean, they cut and they edit it. So I imagine he did spend a lot of time looking for this stuff, and just to be voted out with both of them was terrible. I feel terrible for
Yeah.
him.
But you know what got him in
It
trouble?
happens.
Telling everybody about the advantages.
Yes, he should have never said a word.
No,
For
Genie is
Jeannie,
fine.
he should have
Genie
kept
is
it with just Jeannie because I don't think Jeannie would have said anything. I
no,
don't think she would have.
because she knows she's not cool with JD or Ricard.
Yep.
Like I don't understand why everybody uh is with Sheehan. They just all trust her. Every
Shannon,
single one.
because she's
Yeah.
so socially good.
Everybody trusts her. I'm like, man, how does nobody pick up what she's doing?
She reminds me so much of the Brains tribe from Cagayan. Like, tell me you can't just plop her on that tribe and her fit in. Like,
Oh,
oh,
this is the first time that we've seen her have emotion though, with the way she's been playing.
yeah, her
She's
dad and
she
stuff.
had a tough time voting out Brad.
Yeah,
I
she
think she
did.
genuinely liked Brad, but the problem was
Yeah,
I don't understand. She was just worried about all his advantages, but like if he's your ally, he's gonna use those advantages for you. And
she
guess
might have
what?
known though too that he was closer with Jeannie than her.
Yeah.
That
But
could have scared
he
her.
can't vote. He can't vote. Like
True.
keeping him around is not the end of the world.
Right. Very
Like,
true.
I don't know. Me personally, if you don't have a vote,
You're
like
not the threat.
you're not a threat. Exactly. So you can't vote against me. Now you
Right.
can't vote for me, but that means it gives me time to work on everybody else who can vote. And now I
Right.
have to put as much attention to the person that can't, because that person that can't vote isn't going to help me because they can't vote. So I don't know. It just felt like having all that power and then grabbing that, she could have literally just like was like buy JD and got rid of JD, and it would have been so glorious
So
to see
good.
it. I
So
mean,
good.
don't get me wrong, Brad's exit wasn't bad, but I think JD being leaving Gimbo out after handing over the advantage would have been better. Me personally.
I think, but at the same time, like JD going would have been. That's he gets so much screen time. You know what I mean? Like he gets a ton of screen time, and not that Brad didn't or doesn't, but I don't think losing. I think losing JD right now would have been a hurt on the entertainment factor of the season. I really do.
Yeah, I can say that.
I enjoyed
And
Brad too, but
yeah, I
JD.
did. There's like the. Oh, so far we got what two duds, and that's Erica and Heather. And I don't even know if that's their fault. It's just that we don't see them.
We never see them. Never get any editing about them. And honestly, either we don't really with Jeannie either. Jeannie doesn't get
Mm-mm.
hardly any screen time at all.
No.
Um, it's all about certain people. We'll see how it turns out.
Yeah, I don't get me wrong. I'm
I thought
still
Brad was
in.
going to be in for a while. I thought Brad
I
was like
thought that
final
Brad had.
six material.
Yeah, I thought he was have a decent run in them too. I thought for sure he would have made merge, but
Same.
he was so he tried really hard, like with the running to the beach last
He
episode.
did.
He was a character.
Shan was a
He
little, yeah. Shan was a little,
taken aback by that.
yeah, a little
That was a
intimidated.
lot.
Is what I want to say. Definitely intimidated by it, 100%.
Mm. I would have preferred. I don't even know. I think preferred Jeannie to go. Be honest with you, even though Jeannie's on my team, and that would hurt my draft. But like, just she's not
Yeah, I
adding
wouldn't hate to
much.
see Jeannie go. Um, I wouldn't hate to see Sydney go. Honestly, she can go off the blue tribe.
She's not gonna go though. I feel like she's gonna be. I think. she's gonna be a decent run in her. I think they
I
just
want to
build
see
her up so much.
Danny
She's
and
getting the
Cindy
most
as a girl.
confessionals on that tribe.
She's a mean girl.
She's getting the most confessionals on that tribe though.
She is. She
Um,
is.
so I just don't see her going anywhere anytime soon. She's getting more to Danny, Deshaun, all of them on there. Nasir, all of them. She last episode was the one talking about Nasir being good
Love
at
Nasir.
yeah, being good at everything at camp. It was her that said that. Nobody else. It was just her. So she's definitely the voice of that tribe.
I
She's
know
not
she
going
doesn't
anywhere.
like Nasir. I don't get it. They didn't
You don't
explain that.
who?
They didn't explain why Cindy doesn't like Nasir.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows? I think she wants to be part of the cool club with Danny and Deshaun, which I think it'd be worse for her to work with somebody like that because let's
100%.
face it, if she's sitting at the end with Danny, people are gonna vote for Danny.
Oh, yeah.
So like you look at Danny, there's like you can just sit down and look at somebody, like yeah, there's no way I can sit down with you, and Danny's one of those guys. Like not he's a big, strong guy, very likable. People are gonna want to vote for him, and he's
Sure.
gonna have to win some challenges and things like that along the way, where it's gonna look like, man, this guy really did good. That's the problem with some of these challenge threats in the past. They have no social game. Joe
Right.
had no social game. Ozzy didn't have a very good social game. Brad Culpepper, not a very good social game. So
No.
people generally
Lost in
like
the game.
Danny. Yeah. People really like Danny.
They do like
So
Danny.
if he wins challenges and people enjoy him and he gets to the end, he's gonna win. So
Yeah.
so if I'm Sydney, I'm looking at him. I'm like, you know what? Getting out Danny before merge really isn't that big of a deal.
No. No.
I would be down to do that. But I guess
I think Evie will go against Danny if they both make it to merge. She's going to be the headhunter against someone like Danny, who, she doesn't want to see someone like that win. So she's not going to align with them. So she's going to be against him, and she's going to try to
know what
rally
she's gonna do. Aviv's gonna try to align with Sydney, and Sydney's gonna rat her out, and Aviv's gonna get voted out. That's what's gonna happen.
So funny.
That's what's gonna happen.
Great. I hope that does happen.
That's what's gonna happen for sure. I believe that Aviv's gonna look at Sydney like another strong woman. We're gonna team together and get this, and she's gonna tell her, and Sydney's like, "Oh yeah, 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 Danny, Sean, you gotta listen to what she just told me."
They're coming after you, and then Sean and Danny. All you have to do is, they already have Nasir because Sydney doesn't like, Sydney doesn't like Nasir and already puts him on the outs. So
yeah. So I don't know. We'll see. I'm genuinely enjoying this season. It's awesome to have Survivor back. I would. It's crazy that it's only been 7 days in the island at that challenge. Like,
so much god's happened already.
yeah, there was been 3 eliminations at that point, right?
Yep.
That's crazy. 7 days, and they already had 3 tribals.
I know.
That's crazy.
Blows my mind.
So, but I am excited to see where it goes. I know you're excited to see where it goes.
I'm super into it. Yeah, I'm loving this season so far.
Mm-hmm.
I really am. I think the editing's been great. The vibe throughout the episode. The last episode was a little, but no, I don't think it was that bad. But this episode definitely picked me back up again in the sense of like keeping me hooked and keep me watching it and like what happens now, what happens next. Oh my gosh, what are they going to say to each other? And it's definitely got the hook, line, and sinker feel to it where you're not bored. You know what I mean?
Like just put it this way, like first episode I was like up here, right?
Yeah.
And then the second episode I was like down here. Now I'm back up to here.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't like
flow.
Yeah, it wasn't the worst episode last episode. It just wasn't quite as good as the first one.
Well, Goche's vote out was boring too.
Yeah.
So.
And it didn't get much from him. Right. Like that episode, so like we didn't get to see why they decided to do it. We didn't get resolution to it this episode. They didn't talk about it. Like Xander didn't even talk to any of them about it.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's why I mean 90 minutes would be perfect.
Yes.
Just give us 30 more minutes. It'd be 15 more minutes of screen time. You can do it, CBS. You have the money.
You have the capability. Let's do it.
Yeah. But yeah, let us know how you guys are enjoying the season. We are definitely enjoying the season. We'll be here every week. Last week, so emergency happened, so we couldn't quite make it, and just our
My
schedules
dog
didn't
had
line.
surgery. Yeah, my dog
Yeah.
had surgery, and I was Wednesday. It really stunk because like Wednesday was the finale for Big Brother, correct?
Hmm.
Yeah, last Wednesday, and that was the day Coda got his surgery. So I had to take him in. I was pretty emotional that day, and then Thursday I brought him home and actually had to have him in, take care of him in the house, type of thing. So it threw my whole schedule off. So I do apologize. There was just no way. I mean, and Frank has got kids that he watches every night and puts to bed every single night because he's a good dad.
Thank you.
So we have to wait for his kiddos to go to bed too. That way
Mm.
he's able to set aside time. So we appreciate you for that. But yeah, so things happen. We appreciate you guys being patient. Um, Now that Big Brother's over, we're gonna try to do Survivor Africa like we've been saying for the past month. There's just no way with 3 night episodes a week with Big Brother
Yeah.
and Survivor and Life and
Eh,
Orking with me. So
Yeah.
it was really hard there for a little bit. But now that Big Brother is gone and we have 3 nights a week that we don't have to watch Big Brother, we are way more willing to get Africa done.
Yes, for sure.
Frank's still hesitant. Africa's not as exciting for him, but I've tempted him with Big Brother 3 in between Africa and Marquesas if he needs it. So
We'll figure it out.
we'll
I'm
figure it
okay. I'll
out.
be all right. I
Mhm.
just got burnt out. Big Brother 23 was it wasn't
Oh,
bad. It was just long.
long.
Um, but yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys for watching. Tell us, give us a like, subscribe means a lot to us. Comment and let us know how you thought about the episode. We both enjoyed it. We're enjoying the season. Is there anybody that's standing out to you guys? Let us know.
Thanks for all
Until
the new ads to the page. We've gotten a lot of new people that have come on the
mm,
past week. Probably like another like 20, 30 people that have joined the page. So
yes,
yeah, we appreciate that. Keep we're doing a lot. We do this all the time. Like, we're
mm,
always putting out episodes. If it's not about this season, it's about Big Brother. It's plenty of past episodes you can go and make fun of us about. So
okay, yeah, yeah. Thank you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks. Bye.